last year was so successful. I happened to make many of the events, and the reception seemed to be so great. So, like, what do you say to that?
Last year was amazing. We had a great amount of great chefs,
Yep.
great food, and people are very receptive to be able to get some good recipes that are available in any grocery store, anywhere, and easy to make, all Canadian. So it was a great event, and the people of Bracebridge seem to have such a great time doing it. The hands-on was by far the best experience that people had. So we're coming back this year bigger and better.
Yeah, so let's talk about that bigger and
talk
better.
about
I mean, so let's start off. When is it? So people can start marking it on the calendars right now.
It starts Friday, September 30th.
Okay.
Goes through to Sunday, October 2nd. It starts around 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon. And it's a whole weekend. It is taking place at your independent grocer is hands-on, the Creative Cook on Manitoba Street, Sportsplex, Muskoka Brewery,
Okay.
and the new Irish pub, Kelly's Irish Pub.
Okay.
So a lot of good locations.
So let's talk about before we get into maybe some of the highlights of certain people that you wanna highlight for our audience. Talk about what this does, having something like this for the community, having a weekend all about food to get the residents involved themselves. So what's so great about that?
So I think there's a number of things. First of all, it's a time of year where our guests have left. We're just before Thanksgiving. Christmas is down the road. Kids are back in school. We've recovered from the summer, Labor Day, and so looking for something to do. Educational, really teaches people a lot. Highlights our great chefs in our community, because although we have visiting chefs, most of the chefs are local from our restaurants in town.
That's great.
And I think it allows people in the Bracebridge area and Muskoka to do something a little different, something that you know, go outside of your box, try something a little different, go to a foraging event, or go for an Irish breakfast or something like that. So yeah, and people of Bracebridge seem to have welcomed it with open arms.
Definitely. And again, as I said earlier in our interview, that it was such a great event,
Yeah.
and there's something there for everyone. So let's talk about it. Name a couple of things that you want to shout out that we have this year that are
Sure.
really going to be interesting for our viewers to attend.
So I'll say that first of all, we have events that go from $20 all the way up to $90. So there's something for everybody, from Bob McMaster from McMaster's Meats doing a turkey carving lessons,
just in time.
hands-on, just in time,
Yeah.
before Thanksgiving, and that'll be at the Creative Cook. And then we have, on the Friday night, we have the Marché at Muskoka Brewery. So that is a stand-up event where we're gonna have about 15 to 20 culinary artisans, local, not local, different types of foods. You'll be able to sample. There'll be our main chef at this event will be Michael Ward, who's an Australian chef in Toronto, has a show on Sirius XM called Devour, and he will be sort of our host of the night. There'll be some little exhibitions, but mainly it'll be highlighting all that this area has to offer in food and stuff. I think that some people will be very surprised that we have in the area. We have great chocolatiers in this area, which people
Yes, you do. I happened to go to one last year. You can't miss the chocolate.
Yeah. So these type of things. So the Marché will be, as I said, it's a stand-up. It's Friday night at Muskoka Brewery, right in the brewery. So it'll be an amazing event in a great location. And that event is, sorry, I have to look, $59.
Oh, okay.
So really reasonable. It's dinner and a couple of drinks. And at all our events this year, we will be asking people who are coming to bring a little something for the Mana Food Bank, which will be at all events. So looking forward to it. And then the Saturday night is our signature dinner. And that's with Michael Hunter, who is the foraging chef, and Matt Bazile, who is really led the food truck revolution in Toronto. He's the rebel, the gypsy chef. And he was up last year. He did 2 events for us. And the one event was sold out, but it was 90% chefs from local area, and some that drove up from Toronto just to see it. So we've got Matt for that event and another event later on, and we're really excited about it.
Well, I can certainly tell you I'm excited about it for it as well, and I'm
Yeah.
sure our viewers are. Where can people go to get this information, to start buying tickets? Because you, as you said, we talked about it a little off air. It's on now.
It's
Sales
on
are on
now.
now.
Tickets are on now. Interesting enough, some of our events are going to be sold out probably in the next, probably a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
All tickets are available at our website, which is canadascottagecountry.ca.
Perfect.
All ticket information, program information, some of the menus, chefs' bios, all the information you can need.